friends, hello, welcome back. So this video right here has been a video I've been wanting to do for a very long time. If you guys have been following the channel, you probably heard us joke about it a time or two, and that is how good the Ottawa Senators would be if they didn't trade away all of these players or not re-sign all of these players and let them go in free agency over the past few years. So today we brought them all back to the Ottawa Senators. Just to be clear, this ain't an alumni team. This is an active players in the NHL team that have all been Ottawa Senators at one point in time and have all left the team now. Let's see what this team would look like. See if this team's Stanley Cup worthy. We all know about the big gun over there in Erik Karlsson, but how's the rest of this team look? Here is the team right here. And let me tell you what, it's a beauty. Mika Zibanejad, Mark Stone, and then you have Mike Hoffman all on the first line. Some very solid players. If you just wondered, 85, Sniper, 87, 88, decent. Second line, Nick Foligno, Columbus Blue Jacket, great. How could you go wrong? Then you have Matt Duchene, another storied name over there. And then the bottom six, not really that bad as well right now. It'd be interesting to see where this bottom six would be if we just put the bottom six in general on Ottawa's team from an overall standpoint right now. I think they'd be pretty close to being all on the top six there. I know the centers would make it. Smith probably wouldn't make it. But from a defensive perspective, one thing I noticed about these Ottawa Senators, though, is, man, you look at the centers. These guys know how to find the centers. I feel like every single one of these guys was a center that have walked out the door in Ottawa. But then you have the defense, a little bit more challenging for Ottawa. I feel like we scoured through the defense page after page after page multiple times, making sure we didn't miss anybody. But there really wasn't much past Chara, Karlsson, and DC on this one here, so we had to throw in some lower overall guys. We actually ended up throwing on Phaneuf. I honestly, like, when we went through the Ottawa guys, a lot of them are either A, they weren't that good and they don't play anymore. They quit playing like 26, 27, or B, they're older and they retired, or C, they've been on this team for like the last 10 years and you can't use current players. So it was kind of tough. We threw on Phaneuf, who's currently a free agent, onto the team because he is kind of technically, active if you want to play that game he played last season. So we threw Phaneuf on there. We'll see how it goes. But the goaltending, wait until you see the goaltending improvement over here in Ottawa. Ben Bishop and Robin Lehner. You can't go wrong there. As Bishop, that played, what, like a season and a half? I want to say a season and a half with these Ottawa Senators. But if you get past the defense, this is a pretty solid team. But the question is, as it always been with Ottawa, can this defense play well enough to make this team a Stanley Cup contender? That is the big question here. Oh, the irony. Ottawa's starting the season off winless in 3 straight games. There's a win over there. Was it Tampa? Of all teams, Ottawa starts their winning ways off against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But it looks like, again, the defense is going to be a problem for Ottawa. I still think when you look at this team, it's solid. I can't go against looking at this team and say even some of the forwards that are just great defensive forwards that they have on this team. But it's too tough, though. When you're rocking 2 lines worth of 79 overall players on defense, that is going to be the ultimate demise, I think, of this Ottawa team. We will see, though, how the forwards played. I think we could possibly see maybe a point per game player or 2 out of this Ottawa Senators team, including Erik Karlsson. We'll see. But Ottawa looks like they're destined to miss playoffs, even with all their former players coming back to help them out. So you can rest easy over there, Ottawa. Even if you had all those guys still, you still wouldn't win. I'd find that hard to believe, though. Even if you could just pick, like, maybe the 5 best. Keeping the 5 best of those. You have Shabbat right now, too. Maybe that helps that defense out there. I don't know. I think that's where you look, though, is how does that defense do on Ottawa, even with all these players on your team. That's what we're seeing here. Ottawa's not going to make playoffs. They are going to miss the playoffs, even with all their players, but they was competitive. A team that actually stood a chance to make playoffs. Mark Stone led the team with 60 points. So the offense actually wasn't that great. Maybe Duchene should have swapped out with Mark Stone there on that first line. Was it Stone last point? No, Stone wasn't the wing. It was Zibanejad, who only had 44 points. Zibanejad had that like 3 weeks, I think, over the last month. So it didn't happen. Minus 26 out of Erik Karlsson. There's your problem. Your first line defenseman is a minus 26. What is that, Karlsson? Karlsson holding his team back here this season. Ottawa couldn't quite get the job done. Unfortunate there. I wanted to check out the goals for and goals against, and we ended up on the player stats somehow. 30 wins, 30 losses. Decent. 909 over there. Lehner not too hot. So the goalies, they couldn't quite support that defense as we expected there. But again, we brought it up. It was competitive. As in competitive, I mean 7th place in a division. So competitive, 80 points. Maybe not so competitive there. 2.72 goals for per game and a 3.01 goals against. So again, the goals against, when you got it up into 3s, that's too high. So even returning all these players to Ottawa, they couldn't quite get the job done. If you guys enjoyed this video, though, a big thumbs up and subscribe's always appreciated. Never required. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.